anybody?
I've done mine many a time as far as operating and stuff, emergency room.
Okay, right in the emergency room.
Yeah.
Before you had heart surgery.
I had my first major heart attack. It was I think it was the first time. And I'm laying in the bed tied down, tube down my throat. And I just woke up after 5 days coma. I hear the worms, I see the warm light. And it's like, you've been through a lot, you're going to go through some more. You're going to be all right. The world, if God's for you, it could be against you. And I just, from that point on, I knew it was going to be okay. But he didn't say it was going to be easy. It wasn't. Dr. Sadi really put a whoop on us.
Did you bring up an example? It's when you're flat on our back.
No,
Sometimes,
that's helpless. That's helpless.
sometimes it is when we are, I think sometimes we want God in our busyness and in our, I think it's hard for us to be still. There's a passage, be still and know that I am God. To get to a place of stillness where we are, that we can make God talk in those moments, but there are certain people that we don't have to have words. We can have understandings by just being together and still and quiet. And there is this aspect of sometimes when stuff in our mind and our heart is quiet. I find it often, it's that moment right after I'm semi-conscious in the bed before I get out of bed, that there is a moment there where I have. Oftentimes God speaks to me in those moments. There's a, I'm still. I find that. Someone else. An occasion when you God was talking with you.
I had an occasion, I don't know if it was last week or the week before. I was putting gas in my car, and I put the gas in, and I didn't put my gas cap on right. And I had this thought, and I knew it was the Lord. Check your gas cap, make sure it's on. And I did. It was cold. I had my mom in the car, and she wasn't happy. I stopped at the gas station. So I went ahead and I went on. So I get up in the Worcester, my car starts to shake, and then the whole rhythm is off, and the motor, and I'm thinking, I would have just listened and done the gas cap. This whole thing could have been averted. My mom's having a panic attack in my car at this point. So go ahead and we go to Walmart, I get out, take the gas cap off, put it back on, a little light goes out, the engine works fine. It's like, and just listen. It's a VA boat.
But you knew.
Oh, I knew. I knew when I put it on, and I didn't do anything with it.
And you know, these two examples are very symbolic of a very vital moment. As simple as a gas cap moment. And the more that we're pliable and open will be, the more that God speaks. How come some people just hear God all the time, or it has to do with our openness and our pliability and our humility before God, that God will speak to us. That's what it has to do with. Talk to these guys. Talk to them through a star. Talk to them. Got Herod's attention, and the Hebrew scholars. Talk to them through the Bible. It's easier to hear God when. It's easier to hear God when what? When is it easier to hear God?
When I'm open.
When you're open.
You're free from distractions.
Yeah.
free from distraction.
Still, yes.
And it kind of goes, what most prevents me from hearing God, those two go together. Sin. If there is habitual sin or different types of sin in our life, it deadens us. I don't hear God, I don't even want to seek Him.
Or simply being a perpetual motion machine.
Okay, the busyness. It said oftentimes a busy life can be a barren life. I would make time to listen to God if what?
You probably never will if there's an if in there.
Excuse me?
Probably never will if there's an if in there. I would make time for God if. I mean, if there's an if there, you probably won't have it. Take the if out, you're saying, I will make time for God. If is big in there.
Okay, why would I put the if in there? What's the purpose of
It's
that?
conditional.
But why would I put that in there?
So you need to reflect on your motivations.
To get you to reflect on what's preventing you. I think we all know that we need to, yes, you listen to God, but that's not reality. Reality of God is that we have ifs in our life, all of us. And what are those ifs? If we believe it was worth it, would we do it? How about that? And following God requires an ongoing decision of leaving and going. This is what happened to the following God. Seeking, following Him, hearing Him involves leaving. They had to leave. These magi had to leave the way they normally made. Leave your relatives, your father's home. Travel the land where I'll show you. Don't worry, I will guide you. Travel to a land that what?
Show us.
You don't even know where you're going yet. Jump on the bandwagon. Hey, I've got this place. You know, I don't even know how to describe it, but this is where I want you to go, Chris. Let's do it. Yeah, right. This is a step of faith. And how many know after you start taking that walk, once you're there, then you know what the next step is. But we have to start to leave and go. Abraham went without any hesitation. He did exactly as the Eternal One asked him to do. Or here, those first disciples, Jesus says, come and follow me, and I'll send you to catch people instead of fish. Simon and Andrew left their nets. And they followed. Leave and go. Leave and go. That's what following Christ is about. Okay, we're almost done here. This is the last of the questions. In order for me to wholeheartedly follow God, I must leave what? In order to follow, what do I need to leave? I know God is calling me to. What bothers me most about following God is, and what excites me most about following God is. Okay, let's get in our little groups.